And just like that, we're back again. Uncle Bull Cow in the building. I am exhausted, running on almost no sleep. But I wanted to come on here and go through the 8 main colors of peppers. Now, I don't have any purplish, peachish hues that ripen to this color. And the two-tone stuff I don't have in here. And I don't have a caramel pod, but I do have a chocolate. But the 8 main colored peppers that you are going to see out there. What I want to do is go through them, review them, and talk about the flavor profiles on different peppers. There's some people that may have never had pods this color, or whatever the case may be. All right, so first, let's start off with the classic red. This is a Ahi Marchant. Yeah, it's from, all these are from Linda's Fiery Treats, by the way. So with red pods, it's got some kick to it. Sweet. Red peppers are going to most of the time be sweet and fruity. Usually they'll test the highest if you send them away. So if you have like a mustard variant, chocolate variant, yellow variant, and a red, the red is usually going to test higher on the Scoville scale. So I got a little bit of food here. We're going to get into this right about now. Ooh. Hot sauce just slathered that. It just came out all kinds of weird. So let's get into this, baby. First thing you get, especially if a red pod is fully ripe, is that sweetness. Wow. Really, really good. Oh, man. Now, this might wake me up. I don't know. I got up at like 4 o'clock. I have not been able to go back to sleep. And I have to work today, so I'm hoping that I can make it through the day all right. All right, so red pod down. Next, we're going to get into the classic yellow pods. I believe this is a Bishop's Crown. You guys know I'm a yellow pod guy, right? Put that baby right there. Yellow pods can have sweetness, sometimes they don't. But I would describe them as fruity most of the time, citrusy most of the time, tropical, exotic. That's kind of how I like to explain them. Overall, yellow pods have always been my favorite. My favorite pepper for 20 years was the MOA Scotch Bonnet. And then my favorite pepper now is a Scotch Brain, which is an MOA Scotch Bonnet cross with a yellow brain strain. Excellent pepper right there. Next, let's get into, since we're on yellows, let's get on to lemons. So lemons are yellow, right? You see how they're a lighter color? They're a lot lighter of a color than a regular yellow pod. And they won't turn like that deep, dark yellow, almost orange color. They will stay a bright, light yellow. Wow. So lemon pods, they have the same kind of exotic citrusy notes as a yellow pod, except they have more of a lemon flavor, where a lot of yellow pods you're going to kind of get this like generic citrus flavor. That could be tangerine. It could be, usually I think of Five Alive. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but that was a drink. It was a frozen concentrate. You mix it with water, just like frozen orange juice. But I think they still make it, but it was real popular in the 70s and 80s. Five Alive was 5 different types of citrus. It had, I think, tangerine, orange, grapefruit, lemon, lime. So I think of most yellow pods as Five Alive. It's kind of citrusy and it can go in any direction. Whereas lemon pods, that citrus is more lemony than the rest. All right, so now we're going to get on to orange pods. Orange pods are usually have a kind of almost a different burn on them, right? They have like a sting to them. And they're also very citrusy, but that citrus is almost a tangerine type citrus. They're exotic, they're tropical, but many of them have that, more of a tangerine type citrus note rather than a lemon. Orange pods can be sweet, fruity, of course, but most of the time you're getting that habanero type burn and flavor profile. Wow, phenomenal. All right, you guys staying with me on this? We're going through the flavor profile of the pepper. All right, next we're going to talk about white pods. White pods are a totally different animal. So white pods have almost kind of a neutral flavor. There's some citrus notes in them, and not all of them have it as prevalent, but they have almost barely earthy undertones. They taste, like a hot pepper. I mean, some people describe them as having a vanilla flavor. Now, the first one I ever tried, I almost tasted that, unless it was just the color of it throwing me off. But they don't really taste like vanilla. They're just kind of neutral. Now, they taste good. They just don't have the overly sweetness, fruitiness, citrusness, floralness, earthiness. You see what I'm saying? They kind of have little tiny hints of this or that, and really a good pepper, neutral. And usually on the heat scale, they're the lowest, right? So, I mean, if you talk about habaneros, they are the mildest. If you talk about Scotch bonnets, actually, I don't know. The cream bonnet I'm going to grow this year. I heard that those are pretty hot for a cream pod. But like ghost peppers, right? They're the mildest of the ghost peppers. And of the scorpions, right? White scorpion. I love that pepper. All right. Next, let's go into earth mode. We got the mustards, baby. Mustard pods. This is Congo, by the way. I'm sorry if I haven't been naming the peppers, but this is a 7-pot Congo. All these are from Linda's Fiery Treats. So mustard pods, they're usually earthy. That's the main flavor that I can say. Floral, most of them that are super hats have some floral notes. Bitter, not too bad with bitter. This one has some citrus notes to it. You'll get that with some mustard pods. Some mustard pods will have citrus notes. Such a great pepper, guys. Such a great pepper. All right, let's fly through this because I don't want to keep you guys all day. We only got 2 left. Chocolate pods, which I used to hate, but I do not hate anymore. Okay? I actually love them now. The chocolate ghost. Wow, really strong. Really strong smell on that. I have a feeling this one's going to be a little floral. The thing is, chocolate ghosts usually aren't that floral, but let's find out. Earthy. A little bit different of an earthy than the mustard. Sweet. Slight floral notes, but nothing bad. Wow. I never liked chocolate pods because the first few I had were not fully ripe. They didn't have no sweetness to them. They were, I mean, even one of them I remember had a little bit of green left on it. It was super firm and crunchy. It was just a floral bomb. Not good. All right, we got 1 color left, guys. I'm trying to fly through this. And that is peach. Now this is a KSPS. It's a Kangstar Peach Starkist. This is a little bit different, in my opinion, than most peach super hots because this has a. This one's more reminds me of a tangerine, which they're basically the same color. And so peach pods, the super hots, have more floralness than this will. Citrusy, fruity. And there's some kind of other aroma that just happens when you're eating a peach pod. You can't explain it. I've never heard anyone explain it. I've had people say citrusy or floral or bitter, sweet, but I've never heard anyone. There's something else about peach pods. When you eat one, you'll know. Okay. So I hope that this was helpful. Once again, I still got half a pepper here. I'm saving these for Mrs. Bulkoff. If she doesn't eat them, I will. Or maybe I'll just eat them. I got more. But lemon pods, lemony, yellow pods, citrusy, tropical, white pods, neutral. It's the best way I can explain them. Sometimes a little bit of citrus notes to them. Floral if they're super hot. Earthy for the mustard pods. Earthy, sometimes citrusy. Sometimes can have bitterness or floralness. We got the sweetness and fruitiness of the red, the orange, of course, like a habanero. You're getting that citrus tropical notes, the chocolate, just sweet and earthy, and then the peaches. You can kind of get a lot of different little bits and pieces from them. 9 times out of 10, if you're eating a peach super hot, though, they are floral. I mean, I can't even handle them a lot of times. I literally can't. The floralness is too much for me. So that's it, guys. I just wanted to go over that with y'all. Comment below, what's your favorite color profile for peppers? If you like reds and chocolates best, if you like whites and yellows, name your top 2 favorite colored peppers. You can talk about the flavors, anything you want. Uncle Bulka loves you. What?